All right, everybody, welcome to another Corey B video here. Today we're going to be bringing you a bit of a strange one, a little bit of the behind the scenes of the Super League. You know, right now it's the Modern Super League, thanks to Anurag and Will Hall for putting it on. This is the deck that I'm going to be playing in the top 8 against Jessie Robkins. Love her, she's awesome, extremely talented Magic player. And it's all going to come down to metagaming. I think we both know that we're both kind of playing Rakdos Scam right now as our main deck. But if we both know that, how do we adjust for each other to metagame? And this is what I landed on, is thinking, you know, this is probably going to come out after the top 8. So you'll be able to be like, wow, Corey, you were really wrong. You're really stupid. Or wow, Corey, super smart, very handsome move of you. And only time will tell. In real time, I'm playing this match tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday. This will probably come out around Thursday or Friday. But I called in Amulet specialist, Mr. Dom Harvey, and I asked, okay, if I think Jessie is going to play a hateful version of Scam for the mirror, would Amulet be a good choice? And what a hateful list for the mirror looks like is not a lot of Blood Moons, maybe Regavans in the board, and just playing, you know, Bowmasters, more removal, stuff like that. So I think the only thing where our paths kind of cross, as in, you know, some of that hate will cross over for the deck that I'm playing, is extra Terminates. Maybe one extra Terminate in the main. Who cares? That's not that big of a deal. So that's what I'm putting her on. We'll see. I could be very wrong, and I could definitely just, you know, get absolutely destroyed here. And I'm okay with that as well, but that's the metagaming plan I'm going for. So we're going to be playing a couple of matches. I basically have never played Amulet, you know, like very little, you know, I played very little Amulet, but so far, everyone, we are, let's see if I can pull this up for dramatic effect. Yeah, 3-0, 6-0 with this list, just against random stuff. The first match was against Scam. So I felt great. I destroyed them. They had Blood Moons and stuff too, so that made me feel pretty good. I think this matchup against Scam is already pretty close anyways. So, you know, with help from the ring, against Scam, it helps quite a bit. We got a ton of dismembers in the board to help out. Way more than I would normally play in this deck, but I've already been kind of interested in Amulet because I just think it's a very strong deck. But 4-color kind of destroys it. And that's the nightmare scenario for me, is if she tries to level me with 4-color, and just has a bunch of Solitudes, Leyline Bindings, stuff like that, then I'm probably going to lose. So we're going to find out. But we're going to play these 2 matches, try to lock up a trophy, and get a little testing in before our match tomorrow against Jessie Robkins. So here we go. Let's do it. All right, Cranman. So, I'm still a noob with this deck for what it's worth, so I don't know exactly what the perfect hands are. This one does feel slightly bad. Maybe we'll do a little bit of Moto research, as in, you know, Google this person's Moto name, see what's up, see if we can get a better idea. It is Giganta, the Cranman 69. Nice. Let's see. No information. So, what would a Giganta deck be? It's not going to be Murktide. It's probably some kind of fair Regavan deck. Maybe Jund Saga. Could be Death Shadow. Basically, this hand is slow. Maybe too slow. But if it is a Thoughtseize deck, I would love to keep. And if it is not, and we are just like 1 Amulet away from having an extremely good hand. Needless to say, all that considered, I think I'm going to take a close mulligan here on the draw. All right, now we have a Zuza. We are on the draw, so this Gemstone Cavern could come into play if we want it to. We could go Gemstone Cavern, Urza's Saga for turn 1. Gemstone Cavern into Simic Growth Chamber is kind of awkward. But I do think I want to keep this. I know I'm keeping this. Just debating what I want to put back and if I want to put Gemstone Cavern into play. Maybe I don't. So if I don't think I do, to be honest. God, does that feel weird? I kind of want to just put Valakut back and be on my way. Because I don't want to rush to hurry out an Azusa. Wow, this could be super stupid of me not doing that. Well, regardless, let's put a Valakut away. And now let's think just a tad. What if we Gemstone Cavern the Summoner's Pact? And then our first turn is Urza's Saga, Gemstone Cavern. And then if we have to Simic Growth Chamber to pick up a land, we can do so. All right. I feel like it's such a punt to not use Gemstone Cavern if you are indeed on the draw. But of course, this could work out poorly for us. I'm sure all the Amulet experts are going to be like, yeah, you should not have done that, but we'll see. All right. So what do we got? It is a Ragavan deck. Could be Gruul. I think Spike has a new Gruul deck out, which makes sense. So, I mean, just Saga this turn and say go, and then next turn Azusa or make a token. They Blood Moon me, that's the worst possible, of course, but... Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. Leave our options open. Try to get Amulet out as well. And then we could go Azusa, Simic Growth Chamber, Forest, have 3, 4, 5 mana. But then we would not have a bounce land in hand, which is a big deal. And we just hope for no Blood Moon. Then we're just kind of dead. No Blood Moon. No Blood Moon. And once again, we're not too worried about our results. Number one, I've already submitted this deck, so there's no going back. But number two, like, I'm only expecting to play against Scam, realistically, so I'm kind of hoping to play against that. But, you know, we're still just going to fight the good fight here and test out these matches for y'all to give you a little taste of if I'm either going to be really smart or really dumb. Okay. The One Ring. That's pretty good. I think that's really good. So... interesting here. So I have some options. I actually am starting to lean on just doing this and saying go, because next turn I can make a construct, try to block Ragavan. And then I get to untap, float 3 mana essentially, put an Amulet into play Azusa, Simic Growth Chamber 3 times, and Prime Time. Now that's if they have absolutely nothing. But even if they do, looks like they do have a removal spell available, I can just One Ring. All right, I like it. Because otherwise, I have to play the Simic Growth Chamber, and if I had a second one, then I would Azusa, I think. But let's just say go. Try to, you know, get a removal spell out this way. Okay, that was the Bloodstained Mire they picked up. I think. Maybe it was a Wooded Foothills. I suppose I could check it out. No, it was Bloodstained Mire. Okay, so no new information for us. Okay. I would like to make a blocker. Is that okay with you? They say nay. Okay, there's the bolt that would kill Azusa. So that's totally fine. Yep, this is the Aspiring Spike Questing Druid. Just Gruul deck. I don't know exactly what all this deck entails, but it's just a Questing Druid aggressive deck. So now I hope they play Fable of the Mirror Breaker or something. Okay, so a Goyf. So it does put me in an interesting spot here because I think it's much safer to just play the One Ring here off Amulet. But I could just do it all, you know? But if Azusa got countered, then I'm absolutely screwed and probably dead. So I don't think it's worth the risk. All they have to have is an Unholy Heat or... And I don't even have to play the Growth Chamber. I can just play the One Ring off Tolarian West, which is pretty decent. But yeah, if they have Unholy Heat or Lightning Bolt, I'm basically dead. I know they have Bloodstained Mire in hand. Mystery card, mystery card. If it's a Bolt, I die. Not worth the risk. So let's just go like this, and then we'll kind of pop off next turn, if given the option. So let's put this into play tapped. Play the One Ring. Protection. Draw. Okay, now next turn we'll go for prime time, and we'll get to draw 3 cards. So we'll have more options. Maybe we'll get something cray, like another Amulet or something. There's the Bloodstained Mire. Purchase Giganta. That'd be cool. They took the damage, which is terrifying. Okay, that makes sense. So now they're getting a Saga. Okay, so they're not a Blood Moon deck, they're a Saga deck. That's good. Then I think we can safely sideboard in such a way. I could go look up Spike's deck, but honestly, it's okay. There's another Goyve. They can't play those lands, so that was kind of foolish, I guess. So now I know they have Bloodstained Mire and still a mystery card, which I kind of have a vibe that it is a Bolt or an Unholy Heat. Otherwise, they probably would have played it. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to Azusa, unless I find another One Ring here. Oh. Okay, well, that should do some good work. Second Amulet here is excellent. Yeah, okay, that should do it. I just gotta remember, I think I need Boros Garrison to be in play. All right, so let's start with Amulet. So this gives me Titan mana, and it's in play. And then I'll play Azusa and get my extra land drop. So yeah, let's start with this. I need that in play, and I need the Vesuva. I'm an Amulet noob-ish. I practiced a lot for PT, The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, TM. I practiced for that quite a bit, but you know, it's still a tough deck to pilot. So now if I go like this, I can float red and white, and then no matter what, I'll get 1 land drop. Bang. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a lot of things here. Here's that mana. Here's that mana. Now, what would I like to return? I think I can still just return the forest since I have another duel. So that was land drop 2. I have 1 more land drop. Okay. Land drop 3. Go with blue. Guess I can play this first. Titan. I might need that blue. Because I'll get Vesuva and Slayer Stronghold. Well, I guess I might get another Titan first. Yeah, okay. Let's try to get another Titan first. And then give them both haste. So that would mean another Simic Growth Chamber. And a Tolarian West? No, I don't think I need that. Well, yeah, let's do that. Could do a Radiant Fountain as well, since I already have the T-West. Okay, let's do that. Just got to put the lands in the back. I think that's really the only thing that matters, because then I tap, untap, 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 untap. We'll bring back this. We'll gain some life. Now we will transmute, because I have one more land drop. Guess I make the land drop first, just in case they kill this. Untap, land, untap, land, bounce the cavern, transmute, Summoner's Pact, Pact for Titan, for prime time. It's prime time. Okay, boink, 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 boink. Prime time. Now we get Vesuva and Slayer Stronghold. Okay, that Vesuva copies Boros Garrison. Now I have to stack this in a correct way, right? So I need... okay, so the Boros Garrison I need to untap first. So this in the back. Last... I can just put these two at the end, right? Because that's Slayer Stronghold, Garrison, Garrison. Untap, mana, untap, mana, untap, haste, untap, haste. Okay. Return Slayer Stronghold, I guess. That's it for my mana. I'll attack both at face. Maybe I screwed this up. Okay, so if I get Crumbling Vestige. Okay, so I can get Gruul Turf, Celestia Sanctuary, and then Sunhome. And something else. That should do it, right? So that's red, white. Both double strike. So I have to get the lands first. Okay, here's these. Boink, 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 boink. Sorry if I'm doing this kind of slow, talking my plays out a little bit too much. But I am, like I said, a bit of an Amulet noob. But that being said as well, I think I know it a decent amount. So now let's get Vesuva back. And guess one of the blue ones. Now for this. Yes, Slayer Stronghold for sure. Or Sunhome, I mean. Sunhome and T-West, I guess. Put Ottawara in here. I don't think it matters. Yeah, we'll get T-West. Kabloom. We did take up a lot of time on this, but that's okay. Double strike. Double strike. All right. There we go. So that's 16, 32, 10, 11, 12. Let's take 20. All right. So we put this here. And that should be lethal damage. Head to the next game. Bloom. All right. Sweet. So we did that kind of the slow way as we learn, but I think that was still pretty effective. Now, here's where I very much differ, is just sideboarding. I really don't know what I'm doing, but one thing that I do like is I think that since they're an Urza Saga deck, they're not going to be playing many Blood Moons. That feels smart to me. I know how to sideboard against scams specifically with this deck, as Dom Harvey taught me. But outside of it, I don't think I want to change too much. Like, Colony Garden might be okay. EE sounds okay. How does this work? Tellurium West for a card with mana value 0? I wonder if I can transmute for EE. No one knows. It's provocative. I know I can't with Saga. So let's see. For an artifact card with mana cost 0 or 1. This says mana value. Mana value 0. That has a mana value of 0. For science, we're going to bring it in. I'd like to learn that before I get into it. Call a judge while I'm there. Okay, so on the draw, I think Dismembers could be good. Regavans are also just amazing against them. So I can take out one of the Azusa Lost But Seeking. Dom also said don't be afraid to submit above X amount of lands, you know? Here, I think I'm just going to submit 62 and call it a day. I think my main deck's pretty good against a Gruul non-Blood Moon deck, so that's the real issue here. I heard a dog scampering around. Okay, that's a lot of lands and not a lot of ways to put this Titan into play. So I'm gonna mulligan this one, pretty easy one, I think. All right, and I think this is an easy keep. Now the real question is, do I think I ever need 2 primetimes? I kind of don't think I do. Now, granted, this is only a turn 3 ring, but yeah, I'm just going to put away one of the prime times and hope for the best. We can Crumbling Vestige for Amulet turn 1. And then pretty much do nothing turn 2, but that's okay. Maybe I should add Dismembers, but don't know if it's super needed. I'd much rather have a Channeler come at me than a Regavan. Unless, of course, I had an Arboreal Unbeatable Grazer. Speak of the Unbeatable Grazer. And I could put that into play. Does that allow me to cast Ring next turn? There's got to be a way. With these combinations, we can figure it out. So, step 1. Only land we can play is Crumbling Vestige, so that we can play one of our things. So, that's easy. Next. Alright, so I already see a way to do it. It's starting with Amulet, turn 2, Simic Growth Chamber, that's 3 mana. Arboreal Grazer makes it down to 2, up to 4. Bingo. Can I do it the other way? Grazer, Simic Growth Chamber. Next turn I go Amulet. No. Okay, so there's one way to do it. Okay, add any mana. Amulet, go. Next turn we can play the ring, which is pretty messed up. Then the turn after, you know what time it is. It's prime time. In case you were wondering exactly what time it was. All right, let's hope they don't disrupt me in any way, shape, or form. Play a Ren. Oh, that's disruptive. That's disruptive and not cool. All right. Not the worst, because this just means I will have a ring on the following turn, I believe. Let me see if I can do this correctly. So I can play Grazer this turn with Vesuving the Crumbling Vestige. Grazer, play this, pick up Vesuva. That seems good. Add green. Arboreal Grazer. Play Simic Growth Chamber. I will have to Vesuva the Crumbling Vestige, but I think that's okay. All right, your turn. Getting the ring into play just seems way too important at this high of a life total. Yep. No D, no Delirium. Then we will be out of bounce lands, but we'll draw one off the ring, one for our next turn, and then two off the ring. So we'll have 4 fresh new cards after this sequence. Almost no matter what. With the 1 mountain, they can't do too much. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, that's pretty good. Turning off Simic Growth Chambers, I'm guessing. Okay, and they got Delirium with that. All right, now they've done things. They've officially done things. Obviously. So what does this transmute for? Mana value 0. So I can get a land. Maybe I can get E. No one knows. Well, I think I have one choice, and that's just to transmute and see what I can find. Because if I can find EE, you know, this is going to be nice. So I guess we're going to learn. We're going to learn today. All right. Let's come in as a copy of this. Add blue mana. Transmute. Okay, we can get EE. Hooray, we learned. So that is an option. Just EE for 1, blow it up, and then play Simic Growth Chamber. It gets both creatures. Yeah, I'm totally in. Okay, here we go, and I'll be blocking. They are going to get Urza's Saga here, which is annoying. Then we'll be able to prime time if we want, or just cast the ring. There is the Saga. They should have one other fetch land in hand, I believe. Maybe they just got it and fetched it immediately, but I could be wrong. So they can get another Haywire Might with that, which is annoying. For the ring. They shrunk down DRC before they attacked, so now I get a free block and I can block next turn. That's nice. Okay. Another prime time. This is Vesuva. This is that. Okay. So we'll bring back Vesuva. But for now, we will go with white. EE for 1. I have to blow it up now, don't I? Unless I bring this back. That sucks. I had no other way of doing that, right? Yeah, these were 2 colorless lands. I don't think it's worth it to not play a land here. Maybe it is. Because I will have the ring regardless next turn. And primetime is not that good right now. I actually think it is correct to just no land, say go. Or play a land, bounce a Simic Growth Chamber, but that doesn't do anything. Alright. Sucks, but I think it's the correct play. Then we'll just go ring next turn, followed by Titan. Okay. I am scared. They kept a card on top, so we're going to see it. It's a Haywire Mite. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, it just means I won't be able to play the One Ring too effectively. I still think we're okay. Sitting okay. And they can't play the Haywire Mite right now, otherwise they'll lose it to EE. So my ring will go one turn, and then it'll die. So I just get to block here. They should have attacked with both. There goes Grazer. Yeah, this has paid off so far, not playing a land. But I will be bringing in more Force of Vigors, Besejus if I lose this game for sure. Probably another EE. EE seems great. Okay, so end step. Kabloom. I'll probably take out my Sagas, maybe? I mean, Alpine Moon is brutal. And they probably have more than one. Oh, wait, these are gone, aren't they? That's right. Okay. That's pretty good. Yep, that's really good. Now I need an Amulet? Or a land? Oh, that counts. Saga. The One Ring. Might as well draw now. A map. So I could map for something. Like a Beseju or an Ottawa or something. Or maybe I'll just make a blocker with Saga and try to live. We really need an Amulet. They're going to get either Needle or another Haywire Mite. Man, they have 3 at least. They might have a full set. Okay. Now they get Saga back. Oh, did they not? Oh, they got Beseju back. That makes sense. That was not a big deal. God, even Amulet doesn't really do it for us. I think we're just in a lot of trouble. Probably another One Ring is our best draw. So they can just get back Beseju every single turn. Yep, we'll just say go. We're in a lot of trouble. Turns out Amulet's pretty good in this Amulet deck, huh? Oh, whoops. Sorry, I just realized I didn't have the chat open. Hopefully that wasn't annoying for the first part of the video. My bad, y'all. Take it. I only have one more basic here. All right. Could get Castle Garenbridge or a Radiant Fountain. So if they blow up my Simic Growth Chamber, which they might do, then I have 4 mana, then I need the castle to cast Titan. And I think that's enough. That sells it right there. So yeah, let's do that. Now if they blow this up, I can still Titan. I'm gonna run low on time here. All right, yes. Here's my forest. All right, no choice here. Gonna get Colony Garden for sure. And something else, probably Radiant Fountain. Two lands that say stay alive. Do I not have a Colony Garden? There it is. Plants and Life. All right, we'll say go. Man, if I had another, no, I still need blue mana, but if I had another EE, this would be excellent. Okay, so they got the emblem. Do they have a lightning bolt? Oh, sure. Might be able to pull this out. What did they get? Probably a Saga? Wooded Foothills. Wow. Not a Saga. So now I know they have Wooded Foothills and Mystery card. Their battlefield isn't that scary. Like, they can't even attack at this rate. Besides with their DRC. Purchase Gigantha is good. Might be time for us to just get some Sagas. Yep. Trade with a Goyf. Play another Prime Time. Okay, that's probably a good draw. All right, let's focus. How are we going to do this? So... suppose we can attack first, unless I want to gain life first. And maybe have 2 lands bounced. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prime time. Okay. Crumbling Vestige. Ooh, maybe I could give this haste. This is the tough is the spot where I struggle for sure. I think I just get a bunch of sagas. Maybe gain some life. I could do Otawara plus a bounce land. I didn't play my land, so I could Vesuva. And Beseju. No, I don't have 2 land drops. All right, no clue what I should do in this situation. Okay. I will Vesuva, a Radiant Fountain, gain a little bit of life. Kaboom. I will attack at Ren, I think. No, Simic Growth Chamber. Honestly, maybe just 2 Simic Growth Chambers. Pick up Radiant Fountain. Colony Garden. See what they block. Kill the Goyf. Radiant Fountain. Oh, no. Okay. Grazer. Radiant Fountain. Say go. Oh, yeah, that's tapped. Okay, so I can't do anything right now. Say go. This is tough, but I think we're doing good. They got Beseju back. Now that's just Strip Mine. I can play Gigantha. I can go get Dryad now and get some Valakuts. And deal them, what, 6, 12, 15? I guess they have the Beseju. But now they can't cast it. Oh, no, they do have a Legend. Okay, sure. They have no more basics? Is that what it is? Okay, there is Dryad 1. I can get 2 Dryads now. All right, that's got to be enough. Transmute. Or I can just transmute for another prime time. Summoner's Pact for sure. Dryad. I think it's Dryad. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6. Dryad. Shoot, I did that wrong. Dryad. Creature only, so I can't do anything there. Alright, declare attacks. Prime time goes and gets Valakut 1 and 2. Yes. 1, 2. 6 up top. What a wild first match. We definitely took our fair share of time this game, but we learned a lot, which is good. Okay, do your thing. They know I have Conning Garden, so they know they're dead, but I almost clocked, so no big deal. All right, here's Giganthe dying. on the garden. Hiya. Okay, did it. Woo! All right. Wow, I guess this is a rematch of my last trophy match. If anyone remembers my last trophy match against Tron, well, I was 4-0, 8-0 with that league with Scam, and I got 0-2'd badly. So we're going to try to avoid the curse and get this going. But I do got to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Trophy match! I can't believe we're 4-0, 8-0 with a deck I've never played before. I get it. With Rakdos Scam for our last trophy match, you know, it made sense. I played that deck a ton, and I've been getting better and better with the deck and learning which hands to mulligan, learning which ones I shouldn't. That's the biggest part of Scam, in my opinion. Once you get to the games, as long as you know what each card does and you know how to maximize the power of each card, like Dothy in itself, I could write lessons on Dothy, you know? I mean, I learned a lot watching Jake Beardsley win the Pro Tour with it. You know, different lines that you can do. All kinds of stuff like that. If you know how to work your cards, if you know the interactions with Bowmaster, if you know which matches you should dash Ragavan, which ones you shouldn't, and if you know which matches you should Fury Scam and which ones you shouldn't. That's really all, you know, it comes down to for Rakdos Scam. But this deck, for instance, there's just so many different lines. But like I said, I've been watching this deck a lot, and I've played against it 100 times. And to be good against Amulet, I mean, years. Back in the years of the SCG Tour, pre-pandemic, I learned how to beat the deck. And, you know, if you know how to play Amulet Titan very well, you know how to beat the deck better than anyone. So, you know, even though I haven't played it very well, I've played against it so many times that I felt like I could play it. That's why I submitted this deck with only playing 2 matches. Or 3 matches. I played the 3 and then I made this video. But yeah, feeling pretty good. I'll have to take a screenshot for Dom here too. He said if I go 5-0 in this league, I'm officially in the Amulet group, you know? So that's big stuff. Okay, Pepe team on the draw for our trophy match with a reasonable hand. I think I keep this. Like, I go Amulet on 1 and then I can make constructs on 2. Sure. Don't know if that's for sure what we're gonna do, but having Slayer Stronghold in my hand maybe is too bad. And Boros Garrison, I guess, but I can just get Vesuva. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good hand or not. I might lead on Slayer Stronghold as well. Okay. If we're getting Grief Scam, this isn't so bad. We only have 1 target. Okay. That's awesome. So now it's probably just Saga. Right. So I can kind of block the Ragavan. This could be a Blood Moon deck, though, and then I'm just dead. It's either that or Slayer Stronghold, Amulet, go. And then I could go Saga, go. I think it's just Saga. I might not play a bounce land next turn, though. All right, we'll get some real-life practice from the deck I expect Jessie to play. Of course, she's got range and can level me, you know, as I'm trying to do to her. Well, let's hope we don't get turn 2 Blood Moon. They're not playing a lot of them in the main these days. Like, almost no one is playing one in the main. They got our Vesuva, which is something we got to keep in mind. That sucks. Okay, now I think I'll make a construct. Boseju. Because we don't have the Titan now, so it's not as good. Alright, untap. Construct. Bounce this. Say go. Couple boring turns here for a while. I could play Teleria West next turn. and then followed up with trying to transmute later on, but doesn't seem great. I think it's probably just going to be Saga. Fable. Huh. That sucks. Oh, we did it too. We top decked the card. So this is a mountain. I mean, all we have to do is top deck a forest here and we should be all right. We don't have that many forests, though. We only have 3. Could top deck a ring as well. Rings are pretty good. I wish the Fable would have came first. Okay. That'll come out next turn. Might as well get our free bounce land plays for now. Then we got a real shot at it. But yeah, Dom gave me a way to sideboard if there's lots of Blood Moons and a way to, because it's an open decklist tournament. If there's lots of Blood Moons and ways to sideboard if there are none, which I think there's going to be none, but we will see. Draw it. That sucks. So now I am a forest away, I guess, from winning, but another Amulet, 5, 6, 7. That's not really gonna do it. Here's land. Say go. Man, they've had a great draw at the right time. I'm okay with losing to this here. Dang it. Took my Azusa. If I top deck forest, can I even do it? Probably not. Okay, got the sideboarding pulled up. Sorry about that. Took my amulet. How rude. Let's see if this gains life before we die. Nope. Okay. Good practice. So, Colony, Boseiju, Ent, Dismember. That's basically the whole sideboard. I mean, I'm really trying to beat one deck. 2 Explorers, +1 Vanguard, if a lot of moons. Yes. No forces, though, which is interesting. We're going to listen to Dom. All right, Some Home, Vestige. Okay, yeah, so this is the one where we just take out amulets and stuff, which is very interesting to me. Sun Home, Vestige. You can take out one Azusa, I believe. Yeah. And then amulets. Just planning for Blood Moons and go like that. So this is the plan I'll be doing if she has a lot of Blood Moons, which I think this player has a lot of them too. So we're going to give that a shot. I'd like to go first. Well, I mean, playing against this deck, you pretty much have to keep every hand. Start with a Slayer Stronghold. See if we get scammed. I think we are. Oh, Fury Scam. Okay. Still pretty good against me, I'll tell you that. We have so many dismembers though, so we have a solid chance to get out of this. So many dismembers. Okay. Forest cycle, play a forest, and say go. Now next turn we can play a Zuza and another land. And then try to ring it up and then just block with the Zuza, I guess. But, you know, might just also have to top deck a Dismember. Does feel worse to not have amulets to draw here, but I get the sideboard plan. All right. Explore. All right. I guess I was on the play. I should have taken that out. Okay. Play this and say go. And hope the ring can bring us back. Hopefully their hand just doesn't have another play here. We're already going to 8, which is already just too many. Or too few, I should say. Croxerino. Are they going to not dead after all it? It's kind of cute. Well, I think I have to discard Primetime because I can't take 3 and I need the ring. Okay, here we go. We're in trouble. Yeah, not having one of the 4 dismembers to like completely take oh god, we're so close to dead. To not take any heat off was too brutal. Got him. So we might need another ring. Another Beseju, how about that? Well, I think that'll do it. I can bounce my own ring, but then I can't recast it. Yeah, I just drew too many blanks there at the end, but hey. I mean, I did go 2-0 against Scam, and yeah, even if they didn't play Grief, Ottawara to bounce, I'll still take 2 from the ring. I was in a rough spot once I didn't find Dismember, but being able to go 2-0 against Scam in the other match and then lose 2-0 here, you know, I don't necessarily feel amazing about that leading into this, but you know what? We're going to fight the good fight and see what we can do. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this kind of strange YouTube video. Excuse me. This kind of strange video letting you behind the scenes of what was going on in my brain for the Super League. And I either crashed and burned or I'm advancing to the top 4 now as you watch this video. You can always check back on Anzid MTG's stream. I probably tweeted out the information as well, or on Magic Online's official channel as well. So check out to see how I did. Now, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified of future Corey B videos, as well as join the Patreon if you want some more in-depth look on, you know, right now our focus is, there should be a Scam sideboard guide in there by now if I finished it today. And then we'll be focusing on Pioneer for RC season. So, you know, that's the 2 things. Pioneer, Modern, Scam sideboard guide, Scam article coming soon, and then focusing on just trying a bunch of decks, figuring out what is good again in Pioneer, as I haven't played it in a while. So join the Patreon. We have a nice community in there as well. So, all right, everyone, take care. We'll see you in the next video.